£1.80.
£1.80? Really? Robin. The last time I came through this tunnel, I think it was £1.20. £1.80. Imagine you had to travel through this tunnel twice a day to get to work. That's basically nearly £4. And imagine you're on minimum wage. What a rip-off. Here we go. £1.80 daylight robbery that. I feel like I'm being robbed. There you go, you're robbing bar stewards. Thieves. How's it going, folks? Welcome back to Man on the Outside. Well, tonight we're on a bit of a spare of the moment trip. We've just decided to chuck all the gear on the car. We're driving out to a place called Fort Rock, which is basically an old fort on the beach, and we're hoping to do an overnight car camp there. It looks like there's a big car park there, and it looks like it's fairly popular with motorhomes and RVs, so we're hoping to be able to get a spot there tonight. So I think we're about 10 minutes out.
Sorry, so I don't understand.
Shut up, Google. So one of you guys who subscribes to the channel, I think, also tipped me off about this. I was aware of it, but I'd completely forgotten about it, so thanks for the tip off. I think it was Mark, the guy's name, so a quick shout out to Mark there if you're watching. Thanks very much, Mark. I just hope we can park there tonight. If not, I'll blame Mark.
Yeah, there's loads of spaces.
Yeah, so I had a look on this on Google Maps. Right, so here we go. I think this is it. There's a couple of motorhomes and shit. Where did those barriers come from? 2.2 metres.
I think we just get under.
I think I can just get under that. Let's have a look. Let's hope the roof rack doesn't belt it. Yeah, did we clear it? Yeah.
Yep. They're new.
Yeah, they weren't there. They went there the last time I was on this one. Anyway, you fancy?
By the water.
God, look at this! What a spot! What a spot!
Right in the end by the water.
This is fantastic, isn't it? How about here? So we've arrived. This is a really, really nice spot. There's quite a few small vans here. A lot of motorhomes usually park here. But it looks like the council have installed some barriers. I did come by this way about 12 months ago. From what I remember, those barriers weren't there, so those are obviously new. Right, so according to this, the council have installed these literally less than a week ago, so it looks like they've installed them this week. Bloody hell. So these barriers are 2.2 metres high. I think my car with the roof rack on is about 2 metres roughly, so I've got a little bit of space to get under them. If I'd have put the roof box on the car, I don't think I would have got under those, to be honest. Right, the barriers.
Yeah.
I've just been reading the signs and the barriers were installed this week. I wouldn't have got this under the barriers with the roof box on, so we were pretty lucky there. So the guy who mentioned this spot to me did say this was popular with motorhomes, and I did see it on the internet, and I saw some photographs of motorhomes parked there, so presumably the council have got fed up with it and they've asked for the barriers to be put in. So this isn't actually a van. I know it looks like a van, but it's not a van. It's classified as a car on the paperwork. It's low enough that it'll pretty much get under anything. So to be honest, I don't think there's any barrier that's going to stop me getting in anywhere. Should we go and cook some food?
Yeah, need to buy some food.
So we've got the little camping stove tonight, so I think what we're going to do, we're going to walk out onto the beach and we're just going to try and cook a little bit of a meal. However, as we were driving down the promenade, we noticed there were lots of interesting places to eat, so I'm kind of torn. I'm thinking, do I really want to cook a meal on the beach, or do I want to eat in a restaurant tonight? I'm quite tempted to eat in a restaurant, but to be honest, that's not really YouTube material, so I'll probably cook on the beach just to keep everybody happy, to be honest. Won't keep her happy. It won't keep her happy. As soon as the camera goes off, we'll have an argument, and she'll say, I want to eat in a restaurant. And I'll say, well, I want to cook on the beach. There'll be an argument when this camera goes off in a minute. So see you all in about an hour. we're going to put the privacy shields on the car now, so if we do go for a little wander and we come back later on, we're not faffing about trying to set up privacy blinds and curtains, because it's a dead giveaway that you're sleeping over. So if you do them in broad daylight, nobody really notices, so we'll set that up now. A few people have asked me about these privacy shields, by the way. They're really, really good because they're reversible, so these poppers come out and you can reverse them around, so you can use them for keeping the sun out, and you can also use them as blackout blinds. They come in about a dozen different colours, so you can match them to the colour of your vehicle. So I've obviously gone for the dark grey colour there, so when you walk past, it just looks like the car's completely blacked out, you can't see in. I'll put a link in the description to where I got them from. They do them for lots and lots of different vehicles. They're not perfect, they do let a little bit of light in around the edges, and what I've done, if you have a look at that, I've attempted to kind of cure that by putting a little bit of black masking tape around the car window. For what I pay for them, I think they're pretty good, to be honest. How's that?
Looks good.
Yeah. The only problem is now I installed a switch on the boot so I can open the boot from the inside, but because I can't see out the window, if there's any pedestrians walking past, they're going to get chinned basically. So listen out for a pedestrian scream. I think we're all right. So we've made some improvements to these curtains. So on previous videos you'll have seen a lot of light leaking through them. So what Alex has done is, and she's great on a sewing machine, what Alex has done, she's very kindly, we got some blackout material from IKEA, and she's sewn the blackout material into the back of the curtains, and this just completely stops all the light. It's really, really good. Fantastic job, thank you. The other improvement that I've made, and I'll probably just have to take the privacy shield off to show you this, is one of the problems we had was that these curtains were flapping around here and they were letting light through all the time. Every time you moved them, you had a light on, you could see right in. So I've installed these things, really, really cheap. I think they were about $6.99. I'll put a link in the video description, but basically they're just poppers. What you can do, you can screw them through the panels of the car, and then the curtains just pop on, and you also get a little tool for installing these. And what I can now do is I can just pop them on like that. There's another one down here, just see that, and the curtains now just pop in place like that, and that just stops all the gaps basically. Hopefully this should be a bit of an improvement tonight. Do this at some point. Ford Perch Rock. It's a little bit sparse on information. Maybe it's fallen off. Is this open?
No.
Lovely old building, but it looks like it's permanently closed, sadly. I think it used to be a tourist attraction, but it's been closed down for some reason. Probably COVID. Places ran out of money with COVID and never opened again, so it's probably something to do with lockdowns. So we've got our first victim of the new barriers tonight. So this minibus has just pulled up and it's trying to get in, and they've seen the barriers and just reversed back and just left it on the side. So I think we're going to get a few motorhomes coming here tonight and being stopped basically, but I'm in anyway, so I'm alright, Jack. So we are parked just over there. It's very busy around here, so I'm assuming all these people are just day trippers out to the seaside or wherever. So I'm hoping that the car park empties out a little bit later on, but we're just going to go for a wander down a promenade and then we'll see where we are in about an hour or so. Caesar salad.
Just go on the side for the burgers or whatever.
Okay.
Quite like Caesar salad.
Yeah, go for it.
Unless you want reduced salad with Caesar sauce.
Whatever, I'll eat anything. I'll leave the cooking in your capable hands. I quite like the look of those mint burgers, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, something nice and basic.
Yeah, I'll squash them down a little bit then to cook.
Yeah, cool. So we're on, what are we on? Lamb mint burgers and
Caesar salad.
Caesar salad.
Oh,
reduced to a pound. Yeah, go on, one of those as well. We're on the reduced style, getting loads of bargains, and we're just going to cook them all up and see what's nice.
14 will do me.
Jim Beam, 14 quid.
Yeah.
Are you drinking that tonight?
See, for 7 bottles of Jim Beam, I mean 7 trips through the tunnel, you can get a bottle of Jim Beam.
Jim Beam, 14 quid, bargain. I might fill the car up with Jim Beam. Fantastic price. Anything else? How much is the bullet? What's that reduced? Our Southern Conference. What's that? No, that's well done. Well bladdered. Looks grim, that, to be honest. This is our favourite aisle, as you can probably tell. We spent a lot of time in this aisle in supermarkets. So we've got our shopping in, so we're having some lamb and mint burgers tonight. A bit of Caesar salad, and what else? What else did we get?
Halloumi, cheese.
Halloumi, cheese things.
Chorizo rolls.
And some chorizo rolls. Basically we raided the reduced aisle. So there's a big cluster of restaurants just to our left that we're walking past, and all I can smell is the waft of nice food coming towards us. And I'm thinking about those burgers and thinking maybe they weren't the best option, but if they're shit, then we'll just go and eat at a restaurant somewhere. But I think they'll be alright. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not completely sold, but yeah.
Like you say, as soon as the camera goes off, I get a punch. There's lots of seaside visitors here, picnickers, day trippers and stuff, so I don't think we really need to blend it at the moment. It'll be later on. We'll need to be a bit more stealthy. So at the moment, no one cares what we're doing. Let's go and find a spot to cook. That's news to me, there was a lighthouse here. Hopefully we can get out somewhere near the rocks, but it looks a bit wet. If we go over on the flats there?
No.
No, why not?
Because the tides will just come in on sofas.
Right, what about on here? Well, it's as high as anywhere. It's probably going to be dry as well. We're going to try and get a little cooking spot by the lighthouse. I don't know anything about the tides around here, so I'm hoping the tide doesn't suddenly come in and swallow us up. Lovely spot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd say cook over there where it's dry. It's getting a little bit slippery out here. We're going to try and set up a little bit of a camp here and cook. I wanted to get a lot further out there, but the rocks are really slippy and I've not really got the best of footwear on. I don't want to break my neck, to be honest. As funny as that would be on YouTube, and it would probably get millions of views, I don't particularly want to brain myself tonight. That's about as flat as we're going to get. Do it.
I'll do us a favour, check the buns in your bag. Thank you.
What am I looking for?
Buns, barns.
No, they're not here.
They must be still in the car then, go and check.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Right, alright, I'll run back the car.
Alright.
Only 10 minutes
I'll
away.
just wait here.
Alright.
See you in a sec.
Yeah. So we've left the buns in the car. Well, Alex has left the buns in the car. So I'll go back and get them. Buns. Oops.
What buns?
Yeah. Salted buns now.
Yeah.
Ready?
Cool. Ready to play?
Ready?
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, that's right.
Nice.
Really good.
I'm sure it's cheese are nice as well.
Yeah, they're fantastic, aren't they? And a bit of salad. Great then.
You know what? I like here up on the restaurants. I'm getting sunset views. Their food's gorgeous, to be honest. I'm in like food heaven here.
And look at the view. You don't get that in the restaurants.
Oh, amazing.
I think I'm off the hook regarding the restaurants anyway, hopefully.
Love Caesar salad.
Got a few camper vans turning up now, so this is obviously a popular camper van spot. So it's just turned 8:15, sun's gone down and there's not a lot to do, to be honest. So what we're thinking is, while we're down here, it'd be absolutely criminal not to maybe drop in somewhere for a pint. I think we're going to wander around, have a look for a nice bar or a nice little pub. I'm obviously driving, so I'll probably just have one pint and we'll come back and get our heads down for the night. So yeah, should we walk into town and see what we can find?
Yeah.
If you're alright with that. It's either that or we play Connect Ford or Boggle or something in the van. I'm quite in the mood for a pint, to be honest, so we'll go and see what we can find.
Let's go.
So we found a nice little cluster of nightlife here, so we're going to go into one of the bars here and just have a pint, I think. Might as well while we're here. We probably won't come back here for a while, so let's go and have a look.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, cool. Cheers. So had a really enjoyable pint there, so we're going to head back to the car now and just check out the situation. Hopefully most of those day trippers have gone and we can get a bit of peace and quiet, nice quiet sleep tonight. Yeah, go on. Let's get in the front for it. Alright.
Yeah. Kind of the random gangs you see hanging around. That's a bit, that's also a little bit.
Yeah. So we just arrived back at the car now. There's a lot of kind of gangs hanging around, so a little bit concerned about that, but it's probably me just being slightly paranoid, to be honest. In fact, there's a gang of kids coming up at the moment. I think they're just messing about, but I might move the car out the way, to be honest, just in case you get a bit of mindless vandalism or something like that. It's got more of an assault on precinct 13 feel about it at the moment, so probably give it about half an hour. We'll just sit in the front of the car for now, just like we're just having a chat or something like that. So it's just about to turn 10 o'clock. It does feel a little bit like assault on precinct 13, that kind of feel at the moment, but I may just be over exaggerating that. I know so there's a lot of motorbikes pulling in, but they're probably just having a laugh. Right, so we decided to move the car down the road. So what we did is, there was a lot of dodgy activities going on at the car park. There were a couple of gangs hanging around and they were mulling around, appeared to be checking out cars and things like that. And it looked like there was a bit of drug dealing going on right close to us. And I wasn't very comfortable sat there watching it, and Alex wasn't very comfortable, and it didn't feel like the kind of place that we wanted to spend the night. So what we did is we literally drove out the car park and we drove about 300 yards up the road and we found what feels like a much safer spot. There's a motorhome there and there's what looks like a stealth camper there as well. We've reparked there and we're hoping that's going to be a lot quieter. I had a look on the internet and I saw someone had the windows put through in where we were parked, and I thought that doesn't really feel like a very safe place to park. Right, let's get it in stealth mode, come on. Outside too. So those blackouts should be a lot better. As I said earlier, we have moved about 300 yards from the original car park and we're parked right on the seafront now. There's a couple of cars pulled in right next to us, so we're trying to be a little bit quiet at the moment. I'm not sure what they're doing, to be honest. Seem to be just sat there swiping on the phones. Alex is nearly asleep already because she's quite tired, so I think I'm just going to try and get some shut-eye. Hopefully we get a good night's kip. So I'll see you guys in the morning, and hopefully this spot is a little bit quieter for us. So take it easy. See you shortly. We had to be a little bit quiet before because we had 2 cars pulled up to us next door. I think they were just engaging in after hours activities, if you know what I mean. But they've both gone now anyway, so hopefully we'll get a bit more kip. I might chuck some earplugs in. I think the main problem with cars these days is diesel engines. When they pull up right next to you, they're really, really noisy. They tend to wake you up, so I might just chuck some earplugs in and see if I can get some sleep. But it's just gone midnight now, so it's quieting down, so hopefully we should get a few hours kip now. See you in the morning. Take it easy. Morning, folks. What time is it there?
6:15.
6:15. So it's 6:15, so the sun's coming up in about 5 minutes, so I'm going to try and catch it on the camera. We had a few cars pulling up next to us between sort of 11 o'clock and midnight. Just kind of a few couples and cars, I think, doing whatever on the seafront. They all cleared off about midnight and we didn't get disturbed then, so we had a pretty decent sleep. I think this turned out to be a much better spot than the original place we were parked in, so that worked out really well, so I'm made up really. Really glad that we moved from the car park. This was a complete fluke. I had no idea that the sun was going to come up that way, but it turned out to be a complete fluke, so that's what you call serendipity. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant, isn't it? So I think we just got lucky on a spot there. Really made up. Brilliant. So that's where we were parked last night. And here is where we are parked now. So as you can see, it's not that far away, but it made a hell of a difference, a lot quieter. So it's time to head back home, I think. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next video. Take it easy. Cheers. Another 180 out of me. What a rip off. See you later.